Wentworth Woodhouse has built an impressive reputation as a film and TV location over recent years. Even if you've never visited the house before, you may have seen it on screen in productions such as Downton Abbey, Darkest Hour, Gentleman Jack and Victoria.
The huge variety of potential settings that we offer here also provide the ideal backdrop for another important aspect of filmmaking: costume.
Ask any director what it is that they need to capture the look of a film, and costume will be high on the list of priorities. Ask an actor what it is that really helps them get into character, and costume will be one of the first things that they say.
The costumes on display in the exhibition here at Wentworth Woodhouse until 5th of November 2023 showcase films with historical storylines covering about 100 years, from Wives and Daughters set in the 1830s to Downton Abbey set in the 1920s.
The outline or silhouette of most of the costumes here on display roughly conform to historical accuracy. But absolute historical accuracy isn't necessarily what a director has in mind when considering the look of a film. The mood of each scene, the character and the storyline all impact how a costume is created.
For productions such as ITV's Victoria, there are a lot of historical images and paintings, which can serve as inspiration for a costume design. Many of the costumes used in Victoria are based on actual historical examples, such as the blue military-style costume that was worn by Jenna Coleman for a parade scene outside Wentworth Woodhouse in Season 2.
But for a character such as Anne Lister in Gentleman Jack, where only one portrait of her exists, and it's not even a full-length painting, it's up to the director, costume designer and actor come up with the final look of the character. The surviving painting shows Anne Lister wearing a high-collared jacket with a distinctive hairstyle. Both of these elements were incorporated into the design of the costumes and wigs, which Sir Ron Jones wore in the TV series. Most of the costumes use distinctively male styles for the upper part of the body and skirts from the waist down. They are also usually dark in colour and made of practical fabrics such as wool, linen and cotton. These are all design choices taken to highlight the character of Anne Lister.
These choices create a huge impact when the costumes appear beside other characters who are dressed in styles which are historically accurate. They make Anne Lister stand out. She's striking and moves differently to other women in the series, and this helps convey her confidence and individuality.
Colour is often used in costume design to help convey the actor's character or mood. A great example of this is the dress worn by Dame Maggie Smith in an early episode of the TV series Downton Abbey. The purple colour was chosen as the Dowager Countess was in half mourning for the family members killed in the Titanic disaster. All of the costumes designed to be worn by the Dowager Lady Grantham enhance her imperious nature, and their style dates back to her Edwardian heyday, rather than adopting the fashions of the younger members of the family.
Most of the costumes in our exhibition are designed to be worn by actors playing wealthy characters, but for the Netflix series The Irregulars, the central characters are mainly from very poor backgrounds. Various parts of Wentworth Woodhouse were used as sets doubling up for the London slums, and the costumes worn by the characters needed to reflect this background. The costumes are all very worn. The viewer gets the impression that they're at least second-hand and are all quite shabby. Costume designers regularly distress nude clothing to make it look old and tattered. For example, sandpaper is often rubbed onto fabric to thin it and give the impression of wear.
As well as recreating costumes from scratch, costume designers often source original pieces of period clothing, which they then incorporate into new designs for a particular character. This costume was created for the Downton Abbey TV series. It comprises of a pale pink silk evening dress with a black net overlay, which has a period centre panel of black and silver beads and sequins.
In the ballroom scene of Downton Abbey the movie, filmed here in the Marble Saloon at Wentworth Woodhouse, Lady Mary wore a dramatic black and silver evening gown. This was adapted from an original knee-length period dress to create the costume as seen in the film.
It's difficult to overstate the importance of costume to the overall success of a film, and for an actor, costume is an integral part of the performance that they deliver.
And when great costumes are filmed in a setting as magnificent as Wentworth Woodhouse, the results can be truly stunning.